shot, shot, booyaka shot, cheer. Are you drafting in the next couple of days and have no idea what you're doing? I mean, you're drafting tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, whenever it is, but the season starts on Tuesday. So you're gearing up and you're getting ready, but you don't have a clue on what you're doing. Don't worry. In this episode, we will be participating in a real life 10-man points league on ESPN. Welcome to Game Pick Fantasy Basketball. I am your host, Robin Marks. You can connect with me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Game Pick Podcast. If it's your first time here and you love fantasy sports, fantasy basketball, fantasy football, fantasy cricket, I'm joking, please consider subscribing to the channel. Now, today is a special episode, as you can see right here in this area right here. There's a little logo powered by EVMux or EVMux. I'm not even sure. All I'm saying is that we are about to gear up for the NBA season, and I wanted to take time to just kind of up the quality of our broadcast and get people, some solid footage, make sure that the image is crispy. And we've been using a company called Restream.io. And Restream only allows you, I want to say, I'm not sure what the level of it. I think it's 720. I'm not that good with the HD and the 1080 and the 920 and the 360, but I believe it's 720 that you have to pay for, right? And then with this company, they give you, with this branded logo right here, they give you 1080 quality for your video. If we pay the monthly, we'll lose the logo and then we'll put the game pick joint up there. But for right now, I wanted to test it out to just kind of see, how it looks and how it feels. And we'll do that on a playback afterwards. With that being said, tonight we are doing a real draft with my family and friends, which I'm really excited about. It's about 5 minutes before the draft actually starts. So I'm like super pumped about it. Wanted to make sure that I got it online so you guys could watch, especially if in the next couple of days you're drafting. I believe I'm picking from the 7th position. Yes, I will be drafting from the 7th position. So hey, if you're drafting from 7, or even if you want to get an idea, this should be a good exercise for you. It's a 10-man points league. Again, it's my friends and family. Some of my friends and family are not the most like fantasy savvy people. So sometimes we get some picks that are wild. So it should be funny tonight too. Like I could see LeBron James going in the first round really easy in a 10-man here, but we'll see what happens. Either way you look at it, whether they draft LeBron James or they draft Tyrese Halliburton in the first round, I want to let you know that this episode right here is being brought to you by Owner's Box. Yes, Owner's Box. I love Owner's Box. I've been having so much fun with them. They have a brand new, one-of-a-kind fantasy sports format called Lightning Lineups. The game is super simple. All you have to do is pick the lineup that you think is going to score the most points. When you start the game, you're going to see 3 different sets of lineups with 3 players each. If you don't like the options they present to you, you can pick brand new lineups by just hitting the button on the bottom, which is the Lightning Lineups button. It's like playing the slots in Vegas. It's so fun. You can spin as many times as you want until you find the team that you like. So imagine going to Vegas, putting a bunch of money in the slots. And if you put your money in, you were like, you know what? I don't like that. I want to use that same coin to try again. That's what this is. And it's so fun. And if you're a busy person like I am, I have 2 kids, a wife, it makes things a lot easier for me in DFS because the analytics and like looking at the details, it's hard work. And you know what? I just don't have the time. It is fun for me, but I don't have the time. This simplifies the game. Once you pick your lineup, all you have to do is pick the desired amount that you want to enter. And then you can just watch as your team either, makes you super rich or just keeps you engaged. It creates a whole new watching experience. It kind of just takes it enhances your game watching experience. It's as easy as spin, pick, win. Sign up right now and use the promo code GamePickPodcast. Owner's Box will match your first deposit. Wait for it, up to $500. So what that means is if you drop 20, 10, 100, 90, 55, 75, $500, they will actually match that amount. So you'd have $1,000 to play with. Yo, it is like getting free money. This is one of the largest deposit matches in the DFS industry. Do not miss out. To sign up, just download the Owner's Box app on Android or iOS or visit ownersbox.com. And don't forget, use the promo code GamePickPodcast to support our channel. Now, we are getting close to this draft starting. We're about 2 minutes away. So I'm going to go ahead and have a sip of my drink here and just sip. I've seen a couple people live here. If you have questions about your drafts, about what's coming in the next couple of days with the NBA season starting, please don't hesitate to drop those bad boys in the chat, and I will definitely go ahead and answer those. So please, if you have questions, don't be shy. Just drop them in the chat, and throughout this draft, I'll come and I'll answer some questions. So we're about a minute out, so I'm going to go ahead and just share this screen. Booyah. Oh, baby. So this friends and family league, I'll just let you know who I have in here. I got I have some really interesting characters. I got my man Just, who's in here, as a dear friend that I worked with for many years. I got my man Mike, who I've known Mike since I was a teenager. You know, we grew up in Brooklyn together. My man Nadi, who is a guy that I used to do music with back in the day. My cousin Ja, who actually fell asleep at our last draft, which is mad funny for football. He's a champion for football, but fell asleep. Also got my man D. Big shout out D. He just got a big job in Maryland. I believe my man Cody's in here. Cody is my dog. Like, me and Cody been riding for years and years. My man Rick 8 is here. Me and Rick 8 been down since 98. I think, probably 2000. 99, 2000. Me and Rick 8 been homies. And then I got my man Ty, who's a friend of Rick 8, who brought over, and then my man Las Vegas Mafia, who's another friend of Rick 8. So Rick 8 is also like our recruiter when we need replacements. So here we go. We about to jump this draft off, man. Let's get it. Let's see what, and I hope we got 9. Oh my God. I hope we don't have 2-minute picks. 2-minute picks is blowing mine, yo. Like, I can't with the 2-minute picks, yo. I really cannot. Here we go. Yo, by the way, the music is not going to play here for you because oh, shoot. 2-minute picks. Lord, give me the strength. We're going to be here for a while, y'all. So please drop your questions because, yeah, it ain't going to be pretty. It ain't going to be pretty because, they do these, man, 2-minute picks. And we got, it looks like the first person up is my man Just. Not Just. It's actually Las Vegas Mafia. He grabs Jokic. I read somewhere that I want to say at about 80%, 87% of all fantasy drafts, the Joker is going first. Yo, and listen, I never, knock on wood, I never would wish an injury on anybody. But if the Joker goes down this year, it's gonna be sad. But he's mad healthy. He don't jump. So, like, what he gonna do? He just like kind of plays, and one of my least favorite players to watch. One of my least favorite NBA players to watch, the Joker. But in terms of fantasy, statistically, he is heaven sent. He is one of the best. So, like, I understand why people do it. So what will happen likely here is in the first couple of rounds, we'll have a couple of auto drafters. It looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 10 who might be auto drafting. I don't imagine that everyone is going to take the full 2 minutes. For people who are still about to conduct their drafts, Don't do a 2 minute uh you know draft time, or a pick timer. Like that's whack, yo. Do 60 seconds, 30 to 60 seconds. 30 to 60 seconds is plenty of time. Anybody who took time to plan, prepare, you know who you're going to take. Like you don't need no 2 minutes. It's crazy. And 2 minutes is not a long time. Like don't get me wrong. But when you have 10 people, 12 people, 14 people, 16 people, like it just adds up. So we had the first pick was Nikola Jokic, that goes to Team Las Vegas Mafia, and then we had Giannis Antetokounmpo for the second pick. That's from my man Brooklyn No Heroes, aka Just, my brother, my man, actually came down to visit me from New York. We worked together in New York, and he came to hang out with me in the Atlanta area. Big shout out to him, his wife, and his daughter. Now, sorry, his son. Yeah, he just had a newborn son. A handsome young man. Oh my God. Robin love the babies. Robin love the babies. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So my man Slim is up. Most likely at this point of the draft, it's been, and again, this is like data that's just coming to me right now, but I read or heard somewhere that these three, Giannis, Jokic, uh, Doncic, are the top three for most drafts, and specifically for points leagues. And this is a points league, so I'm curious to see what Gastonia Slim does here. He got the fresh Kylo Ren mask as his mascot, and for me, you can't lose with any of these guys. And I think that Jokic, his value is supreme right now. However, God forbid, like I said, with an injury, things change. And one thing that is not guaranteed in fantasy sports, not just fantasy basketball, but fantasy sports, one thing that is not promised is good health. So here goes our pick. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. He takes Luka, of course. So first we have Jokic, Giannis, and Luka. So many people drafted Jonathan Taylor in fantasy football. I literally have a magazine somewhere around here that has Jonathan Taylor on the cover of the book. You know what I'm saying? So he's like the number one guy in fantasy football. Like he is the Nikola Jokic of fantasy football. He's not been performing the first few weeks of the fantasy football season. People want to trade him. He's been injured. We can guarantee some things in life based on statistics and numbers, historical value, whatever it is. But one thing you cannot predict in sports is injury. Can't. You know what I'm saying? So I would say for those people who are playing in long-term formats like dynasty formats, when you see like if Jokic, and I don't want to come across like I want to talk or speak Jokic's injury into existence here, right? But if for some reason Jokic got injured in your dynasty league and his owner was panicking, send him an offer. Send him an offer. See what happens. You never know. You never know. And I recently traded in fantasy football. I think I traded in a dynasty league. I traded like, I want to say I traded 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick for Jonathan Taylor. Okay, give them to me. So I will definitely trade away my future picks for this man. No problem. I got no problem with it. Anyway, let's get back to it. We had a pick. Enough small talk. Shane. So after Luka, we had Joel Embiid at the 4th pick of the first round. Then after Joel Embiid, we had Jason Tatum at the 5th pick of the first round. And then we had John Morant with the 6th pick. I'm not picking John Morant that early. You know who I'm going for. It's only one. I don't need more than that. You know who it is. And don't get me wrong, I love LaMelo here. I don't have much LaMelo, but I'm not taking LaMelo Ball right here. Like, really? Well, actually, let me count it because I might be able to get Harden on the turn. I want Harden. So let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, I'll be cutting it close. See, the thing is about LaMelo is that injury, I don't care about that injury. I'll take him at 7. If I can get LaMelo at 7, I'm okay with that. But there's no way in the heck I'm taking LaMelo over James Harden. So somebody else can have him. It's not about value at this point, right? Because if he has an injury right now, he'll be out for a few weeks. He'll still be valuable for the season. It's like 20 something weeks, right? But Harden is consistently one of the healthiest players. He's had some like soft tissue issues with over the last couple of years, but I'm grabbing Harden. I have he's in the best shape of his life. Harden all day, every day, and tomorrow and the day after that. Let's go. Come on. Kevin Durant goes next by Yak Boys. Great selection, which leads me to believe that if people are not auto drafting, I might very well have a chance at LaMelo because people are scared of LaMelo's injury. So if he comes back to me in the second round, I'm taking LaMelo. People are scared. They think the injury is serious. So just to recap, we had obviously Jokic at first, Giannis second, Luka third, fourth was Embiid, Jason Tatum with the 1-5, Ja Morant with the 1-6, which is a little crazy gas house fire. James Harden with the 1-7. Love that pick. Good job, game pick. Kevin Durant with the 1-8. Love that pick. Good job, Team Yak Boys. I think that's my man, Mike. Yo, Mike, you killed that. Woo! He grabbed Durant with that 8th pick? Man, shoot. Have a sip of this little drink. Okay, so for me, in the second round, and this is for all of my people who are preparing for their draft. Some people watch these videos to just kind of hang with me, right? And listen, folks, if you are here and you have questions, do not hesitate to drop them in the chat. I'm hoping that it shows up. If you didn't know, we're using EV Mux as a test tonight. I'm here. I don't see the chat. Let me know. I just want to see if it works. If you're here on the chat, just give me a fire emoji or something. You don't have to ask a question. No pressure. I just need to know that this shish kebab works. Okay. So back to what I'm saying. Some people watch these videos just so they can hang and chill and be doing the thing that you. Okay, so it's working. Big shout out to iLegend02 with the W West Side. Let me know where you checking in from, iLegend02. So some people just pull up to check out what's happening. They watch. Some people are preparing for their drafts. This is data for you. This is relevant contextual information that you can use for the thing that you're doing. So what can you do to be successful at said task is watch someone who's doing it or done it, right? So look, LaMelo's here. Oh my God. I'm not going to do the recap right now. Oh my freaking God. Did he draft Jabari Smith in the second? Lord, give me the strength. I'm going to do the recap in a minute. I'm gonna do the recap now. I'm gonna do the recap now. This is what I told y'all at the beginning. This shish kebab is crazy, yo. So after I drafted Harden, Kevin Durant went at the 1-8. At the 1-9, my man, Dim N-Words, aka Naughty, I believe. Yo, he drafted Jabari Smith Jr. from the Houston Rockets. And yo, if Jabari Smith goes crazy, That's cool. That's fine. But yo, that's wild to me. After that, we had Brooklyn's finest draft Trae Young, which is all good. Karl Anthony Towns goes at the 2-1. That's a lot of value. And then Kyrie Irving goes at the 2-2. This is the same guy, my man Nadi. Nadi, I'm not mad at you. If you win the chip, I'll be wrong. But I'm letting you know that's wild crazy, my guy. Yo, that's crazy. So LaMelo Ball is still here. According to ADP for ESPN, he's number 4. Okay, he's hurt, he's injured. Like, why not? Like, I'm definitely taking LaMelo Ball if I can get him at the 2-3. Give him to me. Why not? Oh man, that's funny. My man, them N-words. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Jabari Smith Jr. went before Kyrie Irving. Yo, and you reaching too. Lord, give me the strength. Oh God, I cannot. All right. So again, some people watch this just for entertainment. Some people are prepared for their drafts. So again, this is a great example. So if you see somebody in your draft room, right? If you see somebody in your draft room who goes, I guess, against what normal fantasy basketball practices may be, like they draft LeBron James with the first pick and stuff like that. What that does is just like mathematically, right? Like just talking about numbers and the way that rolls. Like if we're expected to pick these 12 players between 1 and 12 in a 12-man league, for example, and if somebody brings someone from the projected third round up to 1, that means that there's going to be value on the board. So your job as someone who's trying to win a championship is to pay close attention to who's going to be available at a cheaper price. And that's all this is for the draft, right? And I always tell people championships are not won in the draft. Your championship for fantasy basketball will not be won at your draft. Winning your draft means nothing. It sets you up for a better chance of success. But how championships are won in fantasy basketball, 2 things. Especially when we talk about daily changes leagues, right? So like if you're in a weekly lock league or you're in a best ball league, that's different. I'm talking about people who play like traditional fantasy basketball. They're grabbing players day to day, whatever it may be. What wins a championship in fantasy basketball is your ability to pay attention to what's happening on the waiver wire, picking those players up. One year I had one of my friends who won a championship. He picked Hassan Whiteside up off of the waivers when Hassan Whiteside was not when he was like a rookie or whatever, or like the first couple years in Miami, those years where he had a big performance. I had another friend who picked up Jokic his rookie year when he was on the waiver wire in Dynasty and kept him, right? Paying attention to that type of stuff is what leads to championships. Paying attention to the waiver wire. And the other thing is in-season acquisitions. You know what I'm saying? Like making sure that you, not necessarily in-season acquisitions as much as in-season roster management, like you being able to like make trades with people and improve what you're already working with. With that said, let me do a quick recap. After I drafted LaMelo Ball with the 2-4, Lord, give me the strength. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Tyrese Halliburton went at the 2-5. I'm not mad at that. Yes, no, maybe. Let's do maybe. We had Devin Booker at the 2-6 from PA Hired Shooters. Yes. Stephen Curry, second round, pick 7. Big shout out to Hollow Ground. Wow, that's an amazing pick. I'm mad that I let him slip. I might have given up LaMelo for Curry there. Damian Lillard goes at the 2-8. Yes. Pascal Siakam goes at the 2-9. Maybe. DeJounte Murray goes at the 210, maybe. Might be a little too early for him with the trade to Atlanta. Nikola Vucevic with the 3-1, no. Cade Cunningham with the 3-2, yes. DeMar DeRozan, anywhere. I love DeMar DeRozan. Maybe not in the first round, but I'll take him over Jabari Smith. Not I'm just joking, man. Yes. And then I'm going to start preparing for what I got going on here. So I am up. Nothing to do with him. Nothing, 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 nothing. I don't even like my eyebrows now because of Anthony Davis. Get him out of here. Forget about it. I need to choose out of Anthony Davis and Zion Williamson. I'm sorry, not Anthony Davis. Anthony Edwards and Zion Williamson. So here we go. So for me, Zion Williamson has shown, proven that if he's healthy, he produces on an elite level. 27 points a game, 8-9 boards every night. Anthony Edwards, on the other hand, is the wild card. He's the one that could likely be the new Michael Jordan, the new Kobe Bryant, like that Tracy McGrady, right? He could like have a leap that would go from he averaged, 17, 18 a game. Next year, he averaged 21 a game. He might go to 27 this year. That's how Kobe was, right? Kobe started off slow. One year, he just leaped. So looking at the construction of my roster so far, however, I'm good on guards. I don't have a small forward. There's a bit of positional scarcity around small forwards. So that's something worth considering. And he does have dual position eligibility. He can play shooting guard and small forward, where Zion could only play power forward. So that's where I am. With that said, I'm so confident in Zion. I feel like Zion is about to like prove everyone wrong and give you first round value. With that said, I am drafting Zion Williamson. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So, just to recap, we had Anthony Davis, Domantas Sabonis, Rudy Gobert, Zion Williamson, and Paul George. Great pick with Paul George. And then we had Kawhi Leonard at the 3-9. Not so crazy about that position. Now, here's the thing with drafting with people that might really stick to ADP. Either they stick to ADP or they reach, right? So we got a player right now, them ends, who's reaching right now. So for him, him reaching like that makes everyone's value rise. You know what I'm saying? So I think I can get Anthony Edwards here. So I'm actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks away. And according to ADP here on ESPN, he's 1, 2, 3, 4 picks away. So if someone reaches for something, I could very well end up bringing Anthony Edwards home somehow, which I don't think will happen. I'm 3 picks away. It could happen, them N-words is up, he's a reacher. So if he's reaching for Anthony Edwards, then I'm screwed. But I'm okay with that. I just feel like I have a really good chance to get Anthony Edwards. The reason that leaving Zion there for someone to get I don't know if he would have made it back around just because, you know what I'm saying? Just because. So just to recap, we had Zion, my pick, at the oh shoot, Anthony Edwards is still here. You believe that? Yo, do you believe that? Yo, and that's the thing. When I lose my home league, I think I have four championships in I think 7 years with my home league. And the thing that makes me the saddest is when I lose because I'm like, come on, guys. You ready for this? So let me do this recap before I pick Anthony Edwards. After I pick Zion at the 3-7, Paul George goes at the 3-8. Kawhi Leonard goes at the 3-9. A little too high for me, but okay. Drew Holiday at the 3-10. Then at the 4-1, Jalen Brunson, crazy town. Like Anthony Edwards is still here. Bam Adebayo with the 4-2, great pick. You ready for this one? With the 4-3 goes Julius Randle. That's some Homer stuff. Come on, man. Can't do that. Let me go ahead and take Anthony Edwards. I got Anthony Edwards and Zion. I just hope they stay healthy, man. I just hope they stay healthy. I just hope they stay healthy, man. I just hope they stay healthy. Oh my God. I don't believe it. Oh my God. Anyway, so if you're in a league with people that you know, like your friends, your buddies from work, things of that nature, leading up to the draft, do your research. Hey, what's your favorite team? Oh man, I love the Timberwolves. I really love the Timberwolves. Oh, cool, man. Cat, dope, right? Yeah, dope. Yeah, dope. Make sure you get that kind of build that type of rapport with them to get I guess the data and the intel that you need to be successful. Because a part of it too in fantasy, what I've learned is creating the narratives that will help you to accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish. So, for example, if I want my Pelicans fan coworker to not pick Zion, but I want him to pick CJ McCollum early. You ready for the draft, Jim? Yeah, man. I can't wait, man. Yeah, man. I know you love the Pelicans. Man, Zion's stay getting injured, right? I know, man. He's always getting injured. I know, Jim. You need to really be careful, like, because if he's available on the board, you got to think about that. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna draft him. I'm not drafting him either. I'm up. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me get focused. And we'll get back to Jim at the water cooler. Okay, so on the board right now, we have De'Aaron Fox, Terry Rozier, Jamal Murray, Valanciunas, Josh Giddey, Ben Simmons, Russell Westbrook, Kyle Kuzma, Jared Allen. I'm queuing him up. So here's the thing about Ben Simmons, and people are tripping about Ben Simmons, right? Yo, that will be the wildest reach for me. But listen to the people that I'm gonna skip over for Ben Simmons. De'Aaron Fox, Bane, Rozier, Pirtle, Butler, Brown, Donovan Mitchell. I don't know if I can pass on Donovan Mitchell though. Vucevic, Valanciunas, Ayton, Jamal Murray, Banchero, Porzingis, Porter Jr., Giddey, Colin Sexton, Middleton, D'Angelo Russell. How many places is that? So he's at 62 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm like, even if he comes back to me, like I know he would probably come back to me, but I feel so confident with the people that I've secured so far that I'm about to just grab Ben Simmons, yo. Y'all bugging. Like I'm taking Ben Simmons right here in the 5th round. I'm okay with that. That's my reach of the game. Like that would be the reach for me. Like, let me go ahead and just reach out, touch someone, spend a little extra cash, and just do it. Let me do a quick recap for you guys. So after I drafted Anthony Edwards with the 4-4, then Evan Mobley went at the 4-5. Love that pick. Yes. Brandon Ingram with the 4-6. Yes. CJ McCollum with the 4-7. No. Scotty Barnes with the 4-8. Maybe. Darius Garland with the 4-9. Yes. Chris Paul with the 4-10. Maybe. Tobias Harris with the 5-1. No. Fred VanVleet with the 5-2. Yes. SGA with the 5-3. Yes. Bradley Beal with the 5-4. Tons of value there. Yes. Zach LaVine with the 5-5. Yes. Alfred Şengün with the 5-6. Maybe. Ben Simmons with the 5-7. My pick, but maybe. Let's see what he does. Jimmy Butler with the 5-8. Heck to the no. I'm out on Jimmy Butler. His hair, his coffee, everything to do with fantasy. Real life, I love Jimmy Butler. One of my favorite players. Hard nosed playoffs, but regular season, I'm out. Terry Rozier with the 5-9, maybe. Oh no, yes. Jaylen Brown with the 5-10, yes. Desmond Bane with the 6-1, maybe. Chris Middleton with the 6-2, maybe. Kristaps Porzingis with the 6-3, maybe. Okay, so now people are leaving De'Aaron Fox here. Now he's here. Now it's tons of value for De'Aaron Fox. You want to look at your roster. Like I'm so guard heavy. I have 1, 2, 3 point guards already. But the value there, I don't know if I can turn it down. So what I'm going to do is quickly take a look to see if there's some other players that I just don't want to leave on the table, like Jared Allen. But Jared Allen might make it back to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. He might not make it back to me, right? So I can pick De'Aaron Fox now, Jonas Valanciunas, who's another center, but I'm really eyeing, you know, Jared Allen. Jared Allen, again, it's another reach for me, but he's the kind of player that I want on my roster. So as much as I like the value for De'Aaron Fox, I don't want to take the risk of me coming back around and, you know, Jared Allen is not available. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and just draft Jared Allen. And let's see who. So De'Aaron Fox is going to go in the auto draft because I got a couple people who are auto drafting. And Jakob Poeltl versus Allen, I'm taking Allen all day. Valanciunas versus Allen, I'm taking Allen all day for points leagues. DeAndre Ayton for Allen, I'm taking Allen all day for points leagues. So for me, I haven't, fulfilled that need of having a solid big man. So right now I have a bunch of guards. I have one wing. I have a solid big man with Williamson and a solid center with Jared Allen. So there goes De'Aaron Fox off of the board, which makes a lot of sense. Like I'm not even. Share with you guys where I am so I can feel more, joy. So I got James Harden with the first pick. I got LaMelo Ball with the second pick. I got Zion Williamson with the third pick. And then I got Anthony Edwards with the fourth pick. I could leave here, but then I got Ben Simmons with the fifth, which was a reach. Then I got Jared Allen with the sixth. And I'm sitting here with my big six is like a solid squad. And again, this is a 10-man, so that's something to take into consideration. But come on, man. It ain't just actually drafted I just drafted Jared Allen. Like, I'm high on Jared Allen this year. I'm high on the Cavaliers this year. Like Mobley, Donovan Mitchell, my man Darius Garland. I actually just bought this Darius Garland card, man, for a sweet deal. I'm gonna be flipping this really soon. So we got the Darius Garland. I'm all about that Darius Garland life. Oh, the light is all over it. But no, I'm all for Jared Allen, and I think he's gonna have a great, great, great year. Thanks for the question, Dave. Appreciate you, man. Um, so let's take a look. So I drafted Josh Giddey in the 8th round. Wow. Talk about value. So now I'm gonna really start queuing some players up. So let's pull up the screen so you guys can see that. where we are with our team, we have starting at guard, we have Ball, Harden, Edwards, Williamson, Allen, Simmons, Wood, Giddey, Capella, and that's it. I still got 1, 2, 3, 4 more picks, but again, we're gonna wrap it up and let you guys go about your life. With that being said, if you have an idea for a future episode, do me a favor and drop a comment and let us know. Also, join our Discord server if you need help with waiver pickups, trade advice, dynasty questions, team names, the works. All you have to do is hit the link in the description of this episode and join the fam. Also, don't forget to bang on that subscribe button, hit us with a thumbs up, and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. And don't forget, play the waivers, set your lineups, and follow Game Pick, you freaking fantasy nerd. Peace.